This early in the season, how much of game planning is responding to or trying to control what the other team does versus how much of it is finding and forming this team's identity?
I think a lot of it is internal and what we're trying to do as a team and how we're trying to get better from game to game and what we can learn from the last game while also staying present in what we're like now, while also game planning, having a scout, knowing the other team's tendencies, what they like to run, but just mostly internal and how can we get better.
Has there been any conversations with Coach Gonzalez about emphasis on more, like finding your spots more to shoot?
No, I mean, we're all just trying to find our way as a team. How we're playing together is going to grow from game to game. We're not panicking after one game, never too high, never too low. So just growing from game to game, looking at the film and seeing how we can get better.
After you watched the film, what was the biggest thing that you kind of noticed or that you learned after playing your first professional game?
Yeah, I think honestly, the first, second, and fourth quarter we played right with them. We were tied, so we were proud of that. And then the third quarter we just lost a little bit of discipline, and we didn't come out in the second half strongly, and the Lynx did. So playing a full entire 40 minutes and keeping up that intensity and that pressure on both sides of the ball.
You've played a whole 40 minutes in the WNBA, so this process is still very early on. But how do you balance your own adaptation to the WNBA with also trying to figure out how, like, you and Enrique work together, how you and your other team work together? How do you do both of those things simultaneously?
I think it's all how we fit together as a team, and how we play off of each other individually and collectively, and where people like to have their spots and their moments, and just sharing the ball, staying consistent within our offense. I thought we got a little bit undisciplined in our movement and our motion, so staying connected in that, and trying to change sides of the floor, get out in transition. But I think we're all learning individually and as a team every single day.
Speaking of that, your assist numbers, you guys were just 15 assists on 30 made buckets. Minnesota, I think, was like 27 for 35. How do you kind of work together to get that so that more of those made baskets are off of assists?
Yeah, like I was talking about before, changing sides of the floor, making sure we're passing up good to great shots, getting out in transition, and just reading the play, reading what it's calling for. There's going to be situations where there's going to be unassisted buckets, but also changing sides of the floor, getting the defense to move and shift and get in rotations, create closeouts, and attack that way.
This is super specific and kind of granular, but how did you come up with, how did you decide upon your free throw routine, and how would you describe it?
I mean, first it's a deep breath, getting me present to focus on the free throw. There's a lot that's going on in the game. And then just take a dribble and spin it just to get some rhythm. That's what it is.
Dominique, number 2 overall pick. What do you know about her game? What do you think about her game?
She's really great. She's 19, so she's young, but she's really great at where she is now. She's got a whole bunch of potential, but very athletic. Obviously, you see the dunks, but she's very skilled. She can finish with both hands, and she's dominant in the paint. When she gets to her spot, she can score at will. And then just obviously a rim protector. Her length defensively causes a lot of problems.
What do you feel like the identity of the Dallas Wings is right now?
Sorry?
What do you feel like the identity of the team is right now?
Staying present, never getting too high, never getting too low, staying connected as a team. I think we want to have a defensive identity. We're still growing in that. In our coverages and the way we talk and communicate, we want our defense to travel, and that to be most important, and that translate our offense, getting out in transition, getting the easier buckets that way, and just feeding off of each other's energy.
You guys have said that phrase as a team, never too high, never too low, a lot over the first month of the season. How do you actually process that from the mental side?
Just staying present. I talk about it all the time, but there's a lot of outside sources and people who panic and think the team is this or think the team is that after one game, and you just can't listen to those things. They get into your psyche and make you second guess things. So just staying where we are, staying together as a team, the only thing that really matters is within this organization. And it's not always going to be pretty, but as long as we're growing and trying to get better together, and staying solid through the ups and the downs, we'll be all right.
Did you have to do this kind of thing at UConn right before the game, talking to the media?
Did not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Did not.
A little bit of an adjustment?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you reset after that?
How do
you reset after having to do all of this and get back present with the game?
I mean, probably just put my headphones in, listen to some music, talk with the team, get some treatment, stretch, do a little bit of everything, and just get back locked in.
How do you
adjustments did you guys make to the defense in the paint from the last game?
Well, we're really going to focus on not fouling and being more disciplined in that, and contesting shots without making too much contact, more than marginal contact, and then talking, communication, getting our coverages right on ball screen. I thought Minnesota did a really good job of dominating the ball screen, Courtney getting to her pull up and then hitting T on the roll, and causing closeouts. So just talking, tightening up scheme-wise and talking wise.
What are you most looking forward to tonight's matchup?
Just another game to go out and play with Dallas Wings.